buffalo is strong. Cow is strong but not as strong as buffalo. Yeah, you do not want to fight with buffalo. Cows you can still fight with cow because cow is not as smart. Buffalo can be, dangerous. Okay, tomorrow we have this group supervision. I just came back and start coming to office yesterday. So this week we have Liet's research progress presentation tomorrow, right, at 10 o'clock. So be evaluated by 2 different evaluators. We have gone through your presentation last time. This is just to do a quick review for tomorrow's presentation, which I think they'll give you again about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then it will be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know who the chairperson is. Not sure. This is PR arranged, right? So go ahead and start your presentation now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to give all of you the presentation. My research topic is entrepreneurship education in independent colleges, comparative study of higher education transformations in Zhejiang, China. Next, thank you. First one is the research background. In line with global developments, China has experienced a significant expansion of its higher education system since 1998. However, this rapid expansion also led to social challenges, especially structural unemployment among university graduates. At the same time, national development strategies and new expectations for higher education pushed the system to shift from an expansion-driven to quality-driven. In response, the implementation opinions on deepening the reform of innovation and entrepreneurship education in higher education institutions was introduced as a key milestone. On the other hand, higher education transformations are taking in China, including the decline of independent colleges, which are the products of higher education expansion. Here, next please. Here are the types of higher education institutions in Zhejiang. This research focuses on the independent colleges. Next, please. Part 2 is about the literature review. In the literature review, I categorizes the literatures into 3 groups. Group 1 is about the entrepreneurship education and the EE in China. Group 2 is about the higher education transformations in China. Group 3 is the factors that influence the EE. After checking the literatures, I have some critical thinkings on the literature review. Number 1, after checking the group 1, I found that early phase was largely characterized by superficial integration of Western models, with limited contextual adaptation to China's institutional environment and cultural values. After checking the group 2, I found that the transformation process requires not just the structural reforms, but a deeper reconsideration of the purpose, autonomy, and the resource model of higher education institutions in China. After checking the group 3, I found that the Chinese EE must shift from compliance-based expansion to strategic coherence, aligning regional policy levels with competent teaching and real students' needs. Next, I'm going to introduce my theoretical frameworks. My theoretical framework, including 3 parts and including 1 theoretical model. Number 1, the resource dependence theory. Number 2 is the institutional theory. But according to my research, I use this theory from 3 perspectives. Number 1 is the rupture perspective. Number 2 is the deinstitutionalization perspective. Number 3 is the local reinventing perspective. Part 3 is the theoretical model. I call it capacity constraint theory. Although the term capacity appears frequently in the literatures, its usage often lacks coherence and theoretical clarity, especially serious in higher education. Many studies describe capacity issues such as lack of funding, teacher shortages, or weak governance. But their application remains fragmented and lacks an integrated model that explains how these implements interact to shape institutional outcomes. Next, thank you. Now I'm going to introduce the capacity constraints theory to all of you. I built this theory from three perspectives. The first one is the definition of key concepts. I built concepts into including the capacity constraints, and the organizational adaptation. Number two, I gave four primary dimensions of capacity constraints. I gave the explanations to human resource constraints, institutional constraints, financial constraints, and the relational constraints. Part 3, I made the capacity constraints given model like this. Capacity constraints theory is particularly useful in explaining why structurally weak or newly transformed institutions like independent colleges undergoing separation fail to deliver on reform expectations despite policy support. This framework will guide the case analysis at subsequent chapters. Next. Part 3 is the problem statement. Since the implementation of the mass entrepreneurship and innovation policy in China, the EE has been promoted university-wide. However, little attention has been paid to how EE adapts to or reflects these higher education transformations, despite the fact that such structural changes are inevitable and alter the educational context, goals, and target students groups. And there is currently no explanatory model. This study addresses this gap by retrospective research. Next one, please. Then part 4 is the research questions and objectives. I have 3 research questions. Number 1, what are the key events of entrepreneurship education in selected universities? Number 2, what are the generative mechanisms underlying these key events, and what are the processes involved in these mechanisms? Number 3, what policy recommendations can be derived from this research? And I also have 3 research objects. Number 1, to examine the key events on EE among the selected universities. Number 2, to reveal. That's right. To reveal the generative mechanisms and working processes on EE among the selected universities. Number 3, to make policy recommendations. Next, please.
You wanted to move there, anyway.
Okay. Sorry. Next part is about the research methodology. Research methods. I use the case study methods and the qualitative research, which it's retrospective research. Let me introduce all of you what is retrospective research. Retrospective research usually includes 3 layers called empirical layer, the actual layer, and the real layer. In the theoretical, usually we started from the observation, and then the observation also be the empirical layer. Then, how to say? In the theoretical, usually start from the observation, but in my analysis, I choose to analyze it from the bottom to empirical. It means I will study my analysis from the real layer, including the internal and external structures, then move to the actual layer and the empirical layer. Later, I will show you the examples with the hypothetical models. Okay, now let's move on. The data collection, number 1 is the semi-structured interviews. Number 2, the documentary analysis. The interview samples including 14 participations. The data analysis, step 1, finding the key events. Step 2, making retrospective strategies for every key event. Now let me introduce you my hypothetical.
Event.
Event.
Sounds like event. Event.
Every event.
That's good.
Every event. Now let me introduce you my hypothetical model. My hypothetical model started from the empirical layer. Usually we call it observation. That means in the daily life you will observe some occurrence, some issues. Then with the purpose of improvement of hypothetical model, the internal and external structures in entrepreneur education will be the structures will have some working. Under the working of mechanisms, it will move to be the real layer. Then it moved to be the actual layer. Usually the actual layer is the mediating. Sometimes it's visible and sometimes it's invisible. And at last, it moved to be the empirical layer. Here are some notes about my hypothetical model. First one is comparison 3 layers according to the retrospective research. We call it empirical, actual, and the real. Number 2, this hypothetical model allowing for ongoing refinement. That's very important point. Number 3, grounded in this model, some tailored analytical frameworks are developed for each key event in the cases in the next chapters. Okay, let's move on. Here, this is part 6. Here are some, this is a summary of the findings from the Jiaxing Nanhu University case, highlighting the generative mechanisms underlying its entrepreneurship education. The findings focuses on 3 key events. The key event 1 is the formal separation of Jiaxing Nanhu University from Jiaxing University. Number 2 is the decline in entrepreneurship education activities. Number 3 is the intervention by local governments. Now I'm going to analyze every event by the retrospective research for all of you. Let's move on, thank you. Okay, now this is finding 1. Finding 1 analyzes the working process of generative mechanisms that lead to the occurrence of first key event in Jiaxing Nanhu University. The analysis began with an examination of both internal and external structures. In this case, the internal structures, including the lack of independent entrepreneurship infrastructure, organizational reliance on parent university, the external structures, including the national policy on the transformations of independent colleges, higher education stratification in China. Both the internal structures and the external structures organize the real layer. Then, by the working mechanisms I call resource dependency mechanism and the institutional rupture mechanism, the real layer moved into the actual layer. In the actual layer, we can see the withdrawal of support by Jiaxing University, the relocation of resources. It's a mediating. Sometimes the actual layer can be visible or invisible. Now at last, it moved to the empirical. Empirical usually is observation, it's visible. In the first key event, in the empirical layer, we can see that the legal and administrative separation of these 2 universities, termination of shared programs and planned forms. Okay, now that's the explanation to the first key event. Next, finding 2. Finding 2 analyzes the working process of generative mechanisms that lead to the decline in entrepreneurship education activities in Jiaxing Nanhu University. The analysis also began with examination of both internal and external structures. In finding 2, the internal structures, including the limited human and financial resources, the organizational reliance on the parent university, the external structures, including the reduced external visibility and the recognition, the competitive pressure from better resources institutions. Of course, not of course, no, delete that. Next is the negative effects of COVID-19. Both the internal and external structures organize the real layer. Then the real layer was working under the mechanisms I called the capacity constraint mechanism and the deinstitutionalization mechanism. The real layer moved to the actual layer after the working of the mechanisms. In this finding 2, the actual layer, including the loss of faculty commitment, institutional prioritization of entrepreneurship. Then the actual layer moved to the empirical layer, which is visible. In key event 2, we can see the fewer entrepreneurship courses and competitions and a decline of quality of entrepreneurial activities. That's the explanation to the second key event following a retrospective logic. The finding 3 analyzes the working process of generative mechanisms that lead to the intervention by local government. The analysis also began with an examination of the internal structures. In this case, the internal structures is need for external partnerships to sustain innovation capacity, limited political leverage with the local ecosystem. And the external structures, including the local government's economic development, prioritization, and the regional disparities, higher education investment. Then in this key event, with the mechanisms of resource dependency mechanisms, the local rate banding mechanisms, the real layer moved into the actual layer. Yeah, the actual layer in the key event here is the deliberations and the informal decisions with local authorities. The latent policy intentions not yet materializes. The empirical layer here is the presence of new partnerships, local government documents. That's the explanation to the third key event. Following, Hanif, following a retrospective logical. Then at the end, I want to make a revise of my lot of the retrospective research. I mentioned that usually in the theoretical analysis, it might be from the empirical to the actual and to the real. That's the theoretical logical. But in my analysis, I choose to be from the bottom. That means from the real layer to the actual layer and to the empirical layer. I think it can make an explanation that how the empirical layer, which is the observation, happens from the very deepening with the very deepening structures. I hope that all of you can understand my logical. The next one, please. Yeah, the findings above answers question 1. What are the key events of EE in selected universities? And the question 2, research question 2, what are the generative mechanisms underlying these key events? And what are the processes involved in these mechanisms? And thank you.
All right, thank you.
And after the thank you, I have some, if you have some questions, I can explain directly.
I think overall, this is good for presentation. I just want to give a bit of input about certain things. Yeah.
Okay.
Your group 3 for literature review. Can we go there?
Okay.
Group 3 literature. Yeah, I did a bit not very clear. So group 1 is the early phase, right? Group 2 is about transformation of the universities, right?
Yeah.
So group 3, you have Chinese entrepreneur education must shift from compliance-based expansion to strategic coherence, aligning regional policy levers with competent teaching areas to that. So we're not sure what process this or which stage is this group 3.
Group 3, I checked the literatures. I mean that I checked the literatures related to the factors. The literature, after checking the literatures, I find that the factors usually they are related to the might be policy and some very surface.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I gave the suggestion, the piece of advice is here.
Okay.
That's my critical thinking about checking the literatures
Okay.
about the factors.
Right. So, okay. So, I want to reflect a bit on your this is literature review. So the literature review, there are 3 groups of literature that you have identified. So, how about calling instead of group, calling it major themes or something like that?
Okay.
Right, major themes, because that this is a literature, so we are. When group is one way, usually we talk about major themes. So key theme or something like that.
Okay, themes. Okay.
Theme 1, 2, and 3. So one focuses on the transformation, the other one. So the first one was.
Do we have to make a conclusion of the literature, right? Each one. Each theme.
The critical thinking is
Conclusion is not a conclusion.
It's her critical thinking. It's not her. So usually we have like a synthesis, like so it's like critique of that, right? That's your critique of that, right? Yeah, that make a good point. Maybe the word we want to use is critique of the literature. It's not critical thinking.
Critical on the
Yeah. Sorry, I have to take this one as a professional. Hold on, yeah. Hello? 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 Waalaikumsalam. Ya. Waalaikumsalam ya. Waalaikumsalam. Ya. Oh, saya di kantor ini. Jadi saya di kantor. Jadi Mama bilang telepon. Ya, saya di kantor. Mama di rumah tuh. Jadi Mama bilang telepon minta apa namanya karyawan banknya bicara dengan saya ngomong saya saja bilang itu. Ya, silakan.
啥呀？喝我不见得喝。
我好像也4、5点才睡着，现在整个人都飘着。
哪飘？
The bank in Indonesia wanted to give money to my mate's daughter, but the bank needs to verify by calling me. So it's like, I could have been anyone, right, in Malaysia. So I'm like the employer of my mate. Mate is what in Chinese.
夫人。
老婆。
wife。
No, wife. No, mate.
不是老婆。
The one working at home.
Oh, the maid.
maid.
保姆。
Nanny takes care of the child. A maid can be taking care of the child, taking care of the house.
就是保姆，就是那个钟点工，就是女佣。佣人，you say that 佣人
Like a servant.
Yeah, servant at home, just doing housework and washing, cooking, like that.
What's the Chinese word?
佣人。
佣人。
We call it 保姆。
Wait, over here, I will be like auntie, right? Yeah, but the formal one is what? 用
单人旁的一个家
这个
庭，
用啊，
对，这样。
好像不好，这个
Yeah, it's
用
not respectful.
respected。
not too respectful
我们
right?
叫那个叫菲佣嘛，
不是那个家政
服务人员。
家政
Home family
affairs。
It's a respectful term, right? Okay. Yeah, like Indonesia also has a respectful term. It's called home assistant.
Home assistant.
So the word assistant is being used.
Are you cold?
Because of that. This is Malaysia. Malaysia is not cold, but indoor Malaysia is cold. Can be colder than
Yeah,
Europe.
air conditioner is free.
Okay, going back to this one. So it just takes critical thinking to critique of the literature.
Critical.
Critique.
Oh, critique.
Yeah, remove the word thinking. Critique.
Okay.
Critique. Right? Critique. Critique of literature. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. So group change that to major themes or something like that.
Okay, I
Major
got that.
themes, yeah.
Thank you.
Because there are many themes, or you're taking the major themes only. All right. Okay. The other part that I need you to be clear, right? This can be about for tomorrow's presentation, because the most research program. This also can be for your Viva, right? So the rupture perspective, right? Institutional theory is an important perspective in analyzing this. So you will need to master. You need to really able to explain what the rupture perspective is.
Shall I explain here? It's just a little
You
title.
don't need to, but be ready to explain it, because if you be ready to explain it, because if somebody were to ask, you will be able to explain it. The rupture theory is perspective.
Okay.
It's in institutional theory, right? But institutional theory has many perspectives, many concepts in there, right? So which I'm going to reflect in your next slide afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, but institutional theory is broad and has many different aspects. So it's very good to analyze institutions. Let's go to the next one, which I think, by the way, perspective there is something spelling, perspective.
Perspective?
Yeah, I got to go word by word.
I got that.
Word by word, check that.
I got. I got that. Thank you.
Perspective.
Yeah. Go word by word, check everything spelling, and make sure.
Okay.
You can use AI to check that.
All right.
ChatGPT.
But I'm not the member. The member fee is very expensive.
Your ChatGPT is free.
If you want to, if you want to use the free, it's limited to some.
Then use Gemini. Then Gemini is Google's AI.
DeepSeek. Chinese.
I don't think DeepSeek is as useful as ChatGPT.
Oh really?
Yes.
Not as useful.
Yes, I have yesterday. I used the one question for four AI. Just one question. I just want to compare with them. It's so different.
Okay.
It's different answer.
Different. So DeepSeek doesn't answer that well, or?
Maybe DeepSeek.
It's good watching.
DeepSeek is a little bit not that deep into the question, but maybe not that.
Okay, not deep. DeepSeek is not deep enough. Okay.
Maybe my question is not right.
Going to do the prompt. All right.
You can use the deep thinking.
Deep thinking.
Deep thinking of DeepSeek. It has this model. That's good, especially for Chinese questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. In Gemini or something, they have that deep research model. Deep research. So this is deep thinking.
Deep thinking.
Not deep enough. This is like a normal question.
No question.
By the way, in order, I need for AI, the AI, people say it's like asking God, right? You ask simple question, God will give you simple answer, right?
Yeah. Oh yes.
So what you want to do for AI, right? You say, if you are a university professor,
Yeah.
what is your answer for the following?
Oh, yeah.
You got to tell AI to behave in a certain way,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Answer as
The
a
actor.
be actor.
So question will be very important.
The prompt to give them a role to play, so they will play a role.
Yeah.
If for PhD research, how would you answer this question? That kind of thing. So give the context or give the role.
between you are doing the Bible.
Huh? Yeah.
Give me the answer.
How about the GPT-5?
No, is it ChatGPT 5 yet? No.
Yeah,
Just a new
edition.
New one. Oh,
So
okay. I don't know.
It's very expensive?
No, you don't have to pay.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah.
Ah, great.
10 times in 5 hours free. But if you want more,
10
Yeah.
times. Oh.
You got the-
One day.
Okay.
One day you can use 10 times or in total?
in each 5 hours.
5 hours.
Oh, 5 hours. That's great. I think it's okay. It's okay for me. Yeah.
So you have like 3 different devices. You can ask 15 questions there.
Oh, that's good.
It has different kinds of names to sign in or something.
Yeah, you just go to China and buy a cheap used handphone, right? The used handphone. You can use that.
Now you think it's not enough, but when you begin to search, you will search one by one. Then it's
Yeah.
very quick to use all of the time.
That's true. Okay, let's go to your next one. There's not much I want to say, but let me see your the real, the actual.
The real, the actual.
Yeah.
Last time you gave me the advice to explain it more.
More, yeah.
More, yeah.
Okay.
So I just added some 3 layers.
That's right. The next one, next one.
Here.
The next one.
Next one.
Oh, okay, that's fine too. This one is good too. I think it's good.
Yeah, I make the revise according to your advice.
Okay. So okay. Tell me what you understand with rupture perspective.
Rupture.
The rupture perspective.
Yeah.
Tell me what you understand.
How about let me explain to you based on my analysis. I have a model.
Okay, go ahead, yeah.
The rupture is sorry. Next please, Hanif. Next one is in the key events. Okay, sorry, the next one. Yeah. Let me explain directly. Rupture means after the separation of these two universities. In my analysis, I mean that the Jiaxing Nanhu University was rapidly separated with the parent universities. Then it loses many resources, not only the resources, but including the internal and external. Yeah, that's the use in my cases.
Okay, so you must relate that, right? Not necessarily here, but in the analysis later on. So the rupture perspective says that institutional theory is about how the institution absorbs, through institutional isomorphism, right?
Isomorphism.
You need to know it is an institutional theory, by the way. Make sure that you listen to me first and then isomorphism. Isomorphism is that they learn standards from outside, they absorb it into the institution. Isomorphism can also be the government giving them a set of values and norms and standards. They so follow the standards of the external, so it's like meaning they absorb the values or standards or practices, then they follow that certain standards, right? So rupture means it's a rupture. Rupture means break, right?
Yeah,
Like a
break.
So rupture has certain rupture perspective, which actually makes very a lot of sense in your research. It's a break, so you've got to explain how what is the events that created the rupture, right? So in what is called the disruptive events, right? Disruptive events. That's why business talk about disruption and all that, right? So what is the events? You need to get under actual layer. Events that rupture. It's called disruptive events, right? So and then the other one also in your explanation later, right? You need to talk about the displaced logic, the displace of dominant institutional logic. So the institution has an institutional logic, right? So institutional theory also talks about institutional logic. So what is that dominant logic that is being displaced, meaning being marginalized or being challenged or something? The dominant logic. So what's the dominant logic? What's the purpose of entrepreneurial education, for instance, right? So the logic is this, but then there's a displacement. So it's like marginalization or challenge that dominant logic. Because there's a disruptive events, maybe resource not enough, whatever, or the events can also be in a larger context, right? The graduates not having jobs, not events, something that happened, right? So because you're talking about the disruptive perspective,
the rupture.
The rupture perspective, right? So rupture perspective that we had. Also, they talk about the rupture perspective. Also talk about actors. Who were the actors in this the crisis and this transformation, rather. What else? Okay, then there's this institutional plasticity, elasticity or plastic. This term that when it becomes, I think it's plasticity.
What's that?
It means it becomes fluid, right? It's
not
structure is
steady.
strong, right? Now it's no longer strong. It becomes fluid. It becomes from solid. It becomes fluid, right? So the structures become not strong anymore, right? Yeah. So there's a window of that. There's a period that happens.
Oh, sorry, Hanif. Yeah, next.
Yeah.
Here, I use the rupture mechanisms. I use in the key events one, the formal separation. So my main idea here is to use this to explain this key events from the, just like here, the withdrawal of support and the relocation.
That is the event. That's right.
Yeah. So I use.
Those are events. Yeah. So you want to connect it to the rupture perspective, right?
Okay.
To be able to connect with that. So what I'm telling you is that you maybe be asked, maybe not be asked in the presentation, but you will need to understand that rupture perspective in institutional theory, right? So not all institutions become the institutions that they designed to become. You know, if there's a rupture, there's a break, right? It can evolve and become something else, right? So I think from the perspective of the government, they're very concerned where there's a rupture in the institution, right? And what would become of this institution and this rupture, right? Basically, the institutional theory is that you build an institution, you go and you meet a target, you produce certain outcomes, right? But then something happened, and retroductive research is able to show what happened and what causes what happened in this, right? So those 4 or 5 things, right? The disruptive events, The withdrawal support is a disruptive event, right? So we talk about, the logic becomes weak and get displaced with some other logic. So before it's about maybe complying to government's demand, but now there's some other logic that comes in because the money is coming from another source, maybe, I don't know, right? So you talk about other logic that's coming in, displacing this logic, right? So from ministry complying to the ministry logic, there's a market-driven logic at work, right? So so the word logic need to be connected to the rupture perspective, right? Okay, that's the point I want to highlight. But this is an additional point I'd like you to think seriously about, right? Eventually, you will need to produce something original, something theoretical. You need to have that theoretical contribution. In the case of you've been following Muzakir, right? So in our discussion with Muzakir in our supervision, develop a kind of theory or theoretical construct called institutional replication, right? So institutional isomorphism in institution is learning from others, right? So you adopt others. So you say, oh, you want to be the best university, you follow good university, you adopt their practices, you adopt their standards, and you become good. That's isomorphism, right? So what Muzakir's theory research found in the case of the Muhammadiyah universities that he studied is replication. This is coming from outside, but this one is where this university replicate into other universities. So they help produce other universities, right? Or help guide other universities. So that is a new contribution to institutional theory. So you also might want to think about that kind of contribution.
Excuse me, do you think, sorry Hanif, the last slide, I have a theoretical contribution. Sorry.
This one? No?
No. Last one. Yeah,
Finding two,
before,
not last.
Last, before. Yeah, this one is I built this. Do you think it's the theoretical contribution? Can be the theoretical contribution?
What is it again?
I built this by myself. It's not the explanation of the current theory. I built this model and gave the definitions, explanations all by myself.
All right, let's take a look. So the term you use is capacity constraint.
Yeah, I created it by myself.
Right. So, would you say that this is a form of institutional rupture?
No, it's not an institutional rupture. Sorry, Hanif, I created this by myself based on these reasons.
Okay.
Then I collected the materials. Then I gave the definitions, four explanations, and then build a model.
Okay.
To me, I think it's my theoretical contribution, but I'm not sure whether it is. Or can I write it in my thesis? Last time I call it the theoretical contribution, but you gave me the advice that contribution might be the word of contribution. It's better to use at the end of my research. So I changed it into the theoretical model.
All right. Okay. So you're focusing on capacity constraint, right?
Yeah.
So it's, certainly when you have reproductive research, right, you develop a type of model, evolve and develop a model. Okay.
That model is about.
Which is the next one, right?
Yeah. Next.
This one.
This one I explain
This one, right?
explain the whole thing I created, I built.
Do you use resource mobilization as well? Yeah, right?
Yeah. You mean the resource dependency?
Resource dependency, yeah.
Yeah.
So how you want to distinguish this, differentiate this from resource dependency, because this looks similar to this resource, similar to that one, right?
Yeah.
So you want to show the difference between this one and resource dependency, yeah.
So do you mean that in the chapter 2, should I have a little section to tell the differences or what?
Yeah. How is this is the model that this is hypothetical model, right? The theoretical hypothetical model to explain, which is what retroductive research is, but it's different from resource dependency or resource mobilization theory. They're all connected, the resource. They talk about resource, right? So how is this different, or how is this? It takes on resource, but it is going beyond the resource dependency or resource mobilization.
Yeah.
You just need to explain that one, and let's see how. But it's okay. For the presentation tomorrow, you don't have to.
Oh, okay. I wrote a section in my thesis, in my chapter 2. Here is a title of the theoretical. Here is a title of the theoretical model. I explain this model, and at the end of this model, I have a little section to tell the difference between the capacity and the resource dependency.
Okay. As long can differentiate in a meaningful and significant way, not a little differentiation, a meaningful.
Yeah, just a little section.
Yeah, substantial. Yeah, so.
It's I wrote it's based on the resource dependency theory. Then blah blah.
Okay. It is resource and capacity is overlapping, but it's different, right? Because capacity can be leadership capacity,
It's concentrated also.
It's much more intangible. Resource is much more tangible, right? Resource tend to be material resource and all that, right? But capacity has something that's more intangible. So it can be intellectual capacity, leadership capacity, cultural capacity. You got to conceptualize this one much better than So this one can work, the capacity constraint.
So do you think it can be my theoretical contribution?
It could be if you make a good distinction, differentiation from resource mobilization or resource dependency theory. Otherwise, it might look like resource dependency theory, right? So how the universities, when there's a lack of resource, they have to depend on other resource, they have to change the direction or change the logic. But you understand that institutional theory is very much structural, right? That's why they put in the institutional entrepreneurship, which introduced it's a critique of institutional theory. They come up with institutional entrepreneurship. They bring the actors into institution. So usually institutional theory talks about institutional logic. It's very much structural, so we're talking about organization, right? So they bring in the social actors, the actors into the discourse analysis. So generally speaking, it is still focusing on the institution rather than the individual, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But it seems that the rupture perspective also brings in the individual, the actor's role or actor's perspective into the analysis as well. Right? So it can. So if you want to bring the capacity, tends to be also connected to the individual usually, to the people. Right?
Yeah.
So maybe there's something there that you can expand on that makes it different from resource. Resource tend to be much more
On the institute.
the institution,
Yeah.
that capacity,
But that's my original idea.
Okay, right. So you can develop that further. But for tomorrow's presentation, this is good. This is something that the whole purpose of having presentation for research progress, or this the word for it is findings presentation, right? Preliminary findings presentation or pilot, right? So it's for you to start formulating the direction, not just what data collection, what theory we want to develop. And for reproductive research, theory development is actually the ultimate, right? The whole explanation about the model, which is your theoretical model. So this is good that you've been thinking along this line. You just need to be clear. How is this, the construct of capacity is different from the construct of resource.
Okay, thank you.
The social construct of capacity. Okay.
Okay, I got that.
All right. I think you're ready. This is a strong presentation for tomorrow's findings presentation, research progress presentation. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Hanif.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Samir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Dr.
I'm
Samir.
still alive.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Samir. Yeah. You bring this to protect yourself
I'm still alive.
like a stone. Thank you, Hanif. 啥东西？你是不是没开呀？没开。
哎，你访谈是就14个。
对，但是这14个已经包含了我就是这个案例当中的所有的人，就像我这个创业学院，有些学校就2人，就是他这个东西就比较少。创业学院它一个学校不一般就1到2个人嘛，还有些学校我已经把整个教研室都访谈完了，就这么点儿人。
一共是多少个学校？
我选了2个学校，对，一个学校就是整个团队就2个人，一个学校就，然后导师说这就也是反映一个问题嘛，就是。
为什么样本量只有这么大？因为总共就这么。
对，我已经把就是整个。
不是找样本的。
不需要找。
对，因为我这个研究这个方法就是从表面现象深挖问题，不是。
记得上次他说过要什么40个。
对，那个是出于数据的基础，在基础。对，这个我当时就问他，我就没那么多人了。Did you sleep last night?
I'm not asleep.
You're not asleep. Looks like all of us.
Oh, good. At 2:30.
What time? Dr. Reevany send you the WhatsApp?
Okay, I'm working.
Then suddenly.
Okay, let me sleep. Then no, don't sleep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dạ. 听得到吗？
Don't cry.
那里面我想问一下，创业公司到底是什么？
就是大学里有创业学院。
每个大学里面都有创业学院。
当时是国家推的，浙江省是要求所有高校必须要成立创业学院，是属于示范的省市嘛。然后其他省市的话，大学里你会发现，2015年之后突然之间就莫名其妙多了一个创业学院。
那都好多都是
创学院是工业园那种是吗？是有点像
创业营
创客中心。就你现在是大学生就是毕业。
它不光是这个，而且课程全覆盖。当时
学院。
对，就是一个部门。
现在还有吗？
有，但是呢，属于就是以前那时候是15年那会儿，就是全部铺开嘛，这不是大众创新万众创业嘛，全部铺开就上一些课，大学生都莫名其妙，为什么我们都必须要除了马哲之外还要上创业基础课？
每一个学校就是
国家要求是每一个学校，但是其他比如说像你们江西省可能就是一些就是没有全覆盖吧，有些普通学校可能就无视了这个。
不是，它很多也会有的，因为就湖南嘛，湖南很多那种职院都有。
对，
我觉得职业院校这种，所以你研究这个，我有点不太明白，因为我连它的机制，
因为大学里面的人就会自己就深有感受，突然间怎么就冒出这么一个东西来？
上面要求。
2015年开始
就是国家发文是要求全部，然后当时就是做的是那种基础课程，然后现在20年之后都开始做那种就是跟专业融合了，以前都是铺开只是做一些普及性的课程，现在不能再这样子了，大家也都。
不是，我看好多都在招什么校外的
创业导师，但是校内你肯定要有老师上基础课程，它其实现在就有点像公共课教研室一样的，对吧？
不分专业都得上那个课。
全部对。然后导师说这里马来西亚也是这样的，他也被拉去上什么课。
这也有啊。
对，然后大家都不想上，你知道吧？所以当时学校的现在搞创业的那一批，大部分都是辅导员，就当时不愿意，就他们。
创业学院一般它有点福利，还有点学校反正场地什么的。
这个就看你学校实力跟你这个管辖区域的实力了。因为我们上大学那会儿没有。
Okay, where are we now? Samir, you ready?
I will try.
Okay. How many do you have here? 30 something. Slides.
This is
Okay.
no.
Okay. So right. Okay. And then you ready? Okay. Okay. Make the slide bigger there, Samir.
Like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Again. Today we will talk about the Belt and Road Initiative in the Middle East and North Africa, case study of political proximity of Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Jordan with China and perspectives of intellectual elite. There are 3 or 4 main research questions. The first question, what are the economic changes before and after the introduction of BRI in MENA? What are the evaluations, transformation under BRI? Is there transformation in the political proximity before countries MENA under BRI? What are the perspectives, explanation of intellectual elite communities, such as academic field experts, consultants about the BRI phenomenon? Okay. About the methodology, the thesis uses a mixed method, quantitative and qualitative. The quantitative, we will use the secondary data from International Monetary Fund, World Bank, websites, etc. The qualitative, this is the primary data. We will take the data from interview with experts, intellectual elite. The quantitative data, the qualitative data, explanatory data, quantitative data. Okay. 3 main sections in the chapter 4. Saudi Arabia in BRI, Egypt in BRI, Jordan in BRI. Today I will talk about Saudi Arabia and BRI, just. Okay? Now, If we talk about Saudi Arabia and BRI, Saudi and Chinese relations have evolved in three main stages. An informal acquaintance phase until 1990. This is no relation, maybe we'll talk about this period, no relation or normal relation. The official cooperation phase from 1990 to 2016. They are political relation. They are embassy opening, etc. The current stage of a comprehensive strategies partnership since 2017. This partnership has grown stronger under the Belt and Road Initiative, deepening political, economic, and security cooperation between the two countries, between Saudi Arabia and China. But why? Because they are in the Saudi Arabia have vision. Have vision. 20
Vision.
Yeah.
Vision, yeah.
Vision. Have vision. And Mohammed bin Salman need to develop the Saudi and going up, growth, etc. And China needs Saudi Arabia because the Saudi Arabia have oil and big market. And the Gulf big market for China. Okay, that means the relationship between us, between China and Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Samir,
Yeah.
instead of saying that's mean, say that means.
That's mean.
That means.
That means.
That mean is grammatically wrong. That means.
That.
Or you can use another way. In other words. In other words. Then you don't have to talk about that's mean. In other words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, some evaluator will feel I'm annoyed with that word. You know,
I'm not sure if I'm taking this.
But I'm okay. I look at the essence of the communication. But some evaluators or examiners will say, I don't like the word. And Malaysians like to use the word that's mean.
That's mean.
Which is wrong. Malaysians love to use that. That's mean. It should be that means. Right. That means, right? So avoid, throw away that word, replace it in other words. Right? Can you say that? In other words. Simple, right? Okay, good. Okay. Okay, continue.
In chapter 4, I start in the Saudi Arabia and BRI. There are many indicators I use to explain the relationship between China and MENA. First one, trade exchange between China and Saudi Arabia. The trade exchange. Okay. From 2003 to 2022, if we look the chart, we can see the trade exchange going up. Okay. Okay. Now, in this thesis, I use technique. This technique. Technique. This technique to know what the relationship to in the future. Okay. Yeah. I will take during use the rule of acceleration and time series to know from 2023 to 2032 what's the trade exchange maybe. Okay, because 2032, 2023, they are 91 billion. In 2032, maybe 192.5 billion. Why? We go in the past, and when we use time series and acceleration, this number what we have. Okay. Then the next technique I use forecast for the trade exchange to know the upward trend indicated in the reductive trade exchange graph between Saudi Arabia and China. The integrated finding, the qualitative interviews confirm that the BRI has expanded Saudi-Chinese trade through infrastructure upgrades, technology transfer, and improved logistics, but the focus more on opportunities than on risks. While the quantitative data project study growth, both perspectives would benefit from deeper analysis of potential geopolitical tensions over reliance on China and the long-term effect on Saudi Arabia domestic economy. The interviews suggest that the BRI is shifting Saudi Arabia's economic ties away from exclusive dependence on the United States, drawing in Chinese capital, technology, and infrastructure projects that challenge U.S. commercial dominance. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, is responding with a hidden strategy, deepen economic cooperation with China while preserving its core security and political partnership with Washington. Okay. Now, another indicator, investment exchange. And the same. If we look at the chart, we can see the investment exchange going up. And I use same technique when I use time series and acceleration. Then I use the forecast investment trade, investment exchange. Then I found a number of bilateral agreement between China and Saudi Arabia. And after BRI going up, by the way, in 2020, there are 0 or 3 agreement because the COVID-19. Going down because the COVID-19. And I will use same technique in all indicators, in all countries, in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, and Jordan. About diplomatic interaction. If we look, we can see after BRI going up, before BRI, and after BRI, they are changed. And I use the same technique. Then China arms sales to Saudi Arabia, after and before. About voting patterns. I explain about voting patterns. There are 7,052 decisions. I analyze it manually. Okay. Now, the finding of BRI and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Political proximity, transformation under BRI. Strengthened bilateral ties between China and KSA, Gulf MENA countries, increased high-level political visits, summits, and agreements. Shift from traditional Western centers, USA, alignment toward balanced multipolar engagement. integration of BRI with national development vision.
Engagement.
Engagement.
That's right. Continue. Yeah.
Which one? Engagement.
Engagement, the third one.
Engagement. Integration of BRI with national development vision, subdivision. And Egypt and Jordan, by the way, have vision. Broader corporation beyond infrastructure, energy, technology, education, and culture. Okay. But the election elites say or view that BRI as a driver of economic modernization and geopolitical repositioning. Emphasizes opportunities in trade, investment, and market explanations, highlight development benefits, but raise concerns about debt and governance risk, and say BRI enhances regional connectivity and diversities partnership. Divergent views on long-term strategies, implications for sovereignty and dependency.
Not deep, there's no deep, right? Just dependency, yeah. Yeah. Dependency. I heard deep dependency. 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 Is that right? Okay.
And thank you. I make all this technique on all the 3 case study.
Okay, good. This is good. Actually, Samir did not have to make his presentation today, but he was discussing with me, and then we decided to have the presentation today. So, there you go, Rajih. Welcome home, Rajih. Go ahead. Yeah. Sit there. Okay. You all know Rajih, right?
Yeah,
No,
we know that.
Have you met him? Have you met Rajih?
We have already met before.
Before, right? Okay, right. All right. Some is a Rajih.
Huh? Rodi.
Rajih? Arabic, how do you say?
Rodi.
Rajih. It's a different name already.
Ra, Alif, Jim, Ha.
Rajih.
Yes.
Rajih.
Ha.
يعني ما معنى راجع؟
راجح العقل الراجح.
Strong mind.
Yeah. No, not strong.
No. Balance.
Balanced mind.
Oh, balanced mind.
راجح العقل.
Rajih. Akal. The brain, mind.
راجع.
So logically balanced. Oh, okay. Balanced thinking, yeah. Balanced. So it's not Rajih, it's Ra.
راجح.
Ra alif is not raw.
لا را ألف.
Ra alif, ra.
راجح.
Rajih. So it's right. I thought raw alif is raw. No, it's ra.
نعم صحيح.
را ألف جيم حاء.
Ajibha.
راجح.
Raw alif is ra. Not raw, eh?
No. Raw like this.
Like Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, right?
This is different.
This is different.
No, Bismillah ar-Rahman
Rahman.
ar-Rahim.
Rahim.
Where is raw?
No.
Raw.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ar-Ra.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ar-Rahman. Okay.
It's how to
Bismillah ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman. If you open the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman. Ar-Ra. Alif.
Hamza.
Yeah.
Hamza.
itulah.
Hamza.
You can learn Germany, so we are.
Because
Yeah.
Quran different.
I couldn't.
So the right pronunciation is what? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Oh, okay. So okay, this is why we say Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. No, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rahman.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Okay.
The alif, not all alif.
Not all alif.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Okay. Okay. Lambin, you got that? Lambin, most of you say Bismillah.
I don't say.
You don't say that, you must learn.
What you said?
Say I learned. I learned.
I don't say.
So, Chinese have certain words that's difficult to pronounce, right? Arabic have certain words that's difficult.
小日子，
Huh?
小
日子 okay 日子
Okay, but
they cannot pronounce it. You can pronounce.
yeah. A lot of Malaysians can't, they will say le.
They talk about.
Okay.
Sometimes it's very.
How about you? But the thing is, bahasa is the words are very simple. You know, there's no big difference. That's why bahasa is easier to learn. It's a simpler language.
Terima kasih.
You pronounce the way you spell, right?
Yeah.
T-E-R-I-R-I-M-A-M-A, terima. It's simple. Terima kasih. Thank you.
Thank you.
terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Yeah, kasih. Which means terima is accept, kasih is love. Terima kasih means accept my love.
Oh, accept my love. Oh.
تقبل حبي.
Yeah. So literal meaning kasih is love.
أو تقبل احترامي. Respect.
Kasih is love.
Kasih is love. Terima
is
accept.
thank you.
Accept.
Accept. Terima kasih.
So it's a way accept my love, but it's indirect. So it's an emotional language. Malay is an emotional language. And we have 3 words for love. Kasih is one, sayang is one,
Sayang.
cinta is another one. So cinta, we don't use cinta lightly. We cannot use. I cinta ice cream. I cinta durian.
Chintaku. In the Snow White at the 蜜雪 always have this song Chintaku. I don't know what that means.
Cinta means love. Yeah. But you cannot say love
Yeah, mixture.
for
When
things. You
you
cannot
know
say
the mixture. The
You
mixture.
cannot like
The milk tea.
Americans, right? English. I love ice cream. So we
Mixture.
cannot say
The Snow
saya
White.
cinta
no
ice
milk,
cream is
Snow
like
White,
cannot.
South
Sayang kasih ice cream.
Suka, like.
Suka.
We don't use love for ice cream,
Just
durian, no. So even though I really like durian, I cannot say I love durian in bahasa.
Oh.
So cannot say that. In English you can say I love durian, right?
Yeah.
Arabic, I love Arabic too.
Why you cannot say that?
You cannot say why. The meaning is different. The meaning is different because love is not for durian. Even though I really like durian.
Love means love someone, but
Love
not
someone, love country,
strong
love
emotion.
God, strong. Yeah. We cannot use saya sayang durian. No. People think you're crazy. Saya kasih durian, saya cinta durian. You cannot say that. You're
It's like spirit love.
like a different level of emotion. Love is different.
We can say like, I like the
You can say I like durian. Yeah.
Not love.
But not love. Love.
cinta榴莲.
Cannot.
Saya cinta dulu.
So you're a bit crazy.
Salam cinta Melayu.
You can. People you can. Country you can.
Yeah.
So
Fruit cannot.
fruit cannot.
Fruit cannot.
Even love fruit,
Fruit
there's
is
something
still
wrong with
light.
you. So anyway, coming back to this, okay, just number of things. One of our central thesis strategy is to make the data strong so that it definitely passes. The data is the one that elevates your PhD or research or master's above the water level, right? So what you have somewhere is that you have a lot of data, and you want to reflect that in your thesis. We're discussing your thesis now, right? So I just want to go to a few things, just minor things first. Go to your research question. You need to put a slash to your research question. Research question number 3. There, okay. Yeah. What are the perception / explanation? Perception, or you can put slash or and there. Yeah. You can put slash there or and, another one. Because perception and explanation is somewhat different.
Number 3.
Number 3, you can put and is fine. Right?
And the number 2 should be capital.
And explanation.
And explanation.
I put already, but I think.
Oh, you didn't put there. Okay, you missed it. So I'm like, I look at a lot of thesis. When I see an error, suddenly it comes up to me like that.
Now,
Even though I don't want to look, but I can see it. You know. Yeah. So slash or and. And will be better because perception is kind of the early impression, the perception. Explanation is to go deeper, right? So at this level, we tend to use the word explanation. But for management thesis, sometimes they just use perception. Sometimes for communication also they use perception. But you want to go deeper because you have explanation. The experts are explaining, right? Not just perceiving, they're explaining also. The perceiving is kind of outside, explaining is going deeper. So that's an important part. But you have that in your thesis, yeah? Minor things, make sure if you, during a presentation later, but not now, you're not making presentation, your things like your just now you have on Saudi, give me an example on Saudi and the time series. Then before that, you see the time series is too small.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, you make it bigger. All the numbers you make it bigger too. Right? Here I'm
But I make it copy paste from thesis to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. During presentation, you make it bigger, or you can redo the thing to make it bigger later. Maybe in the thesis it's visible, but in presentation it might not be visible. Okay, these are minor things, but I'm not focusing on that one. Now, in methodology, I'm not sure you have explained. Maybe you have, but I missed it, about this forecasting predictive analysis. Did you explain it? Talk about it as a methodology?
Yeah.
You did, yeah?
Yeah.
You did, yeah. So
And the thesis I don't.
you did, yeah, okay. Because this falls under data analysis.
Yeah.
So you're analyzing data, extrapolating it, making so forecasting and predicting is a type of analysis, data analysis.
Yeah. You mean the forecast and the time series?
Yes.
We should be put in the methodology.
Should put methodology.
Oh.
Under data analysis. How you are analyzing, how you will analyze the data. Yeah, this is so I don't remember. Maybe you put, but I don't remember.
No, I think
You
no.
did put.
No.
Yeah. You did, so you put it in. Okay.
No.
Okay, you put it in, and then also equally important, not just to explain it, but to explain the justification. Why do you put it in? Right? Why do you put the predictive and forecasting? Right?
Why? And explain why.
Explain why you choose this type of forecasting analysis of data. Right? The quantitative people might have questions about predictive and forecasting analysis, but you just provide good justification why you want to use that, but you still have the current one.
Because we need to know what the future about
The
political
future,
proximity.
yes. How would affect?
Distance or what?
Yes, yes. And also how would, the other one is that the other justification to using predictive and forecasting is you want to get the explanation of the experts. If this trend continues, right? If this trend continues, not just the present but also the future, right? Okay, so put that in your methodology. So I missed it. So maybe you did not have it, yeah? So
But I think this one I put it.
it's better. Okay, all right. The other one is okay. This is the part that I think all of you should bear in mind, right? So your findings chapter can be 1 or 2 or even 3 chapters, right? Even 3 chapters you can do that. It's fine, because if you have a lot of findings, you want to show that you have a lot of findings, and you want to have a lot of findings, right? And sometimes the examiners know this, sometimes the examiners do not know this, right? Many think that it's not important to have thick thesis, but that is not true. Thick thesis makes a lot of difference, right? This is analyzed by social scientists, by the way. Even social scientists don't even know that. the heaviness of the thesis plays a big role. You know, if all the thesis is thick, you hold the thesis is heavy, immediately it says this person has done a lot of work. But, so psychologically, you have won the war. It's Sun Tzu war strategy. Like, oh, this is a very strong opponent here. Yeah,
A good impression.
Impression, yeah. So, and the best general wins the war without fighting a war. That's where Russians show they have big military capacity, like they put the tanks out there. And Donald Trump wants to do the same, right? Donald Trump wants to do the same, you know. You have all this machine, you know, so that the enemies don't fight them, right? So basically, but they still fight.
This is in Russia, but now I think in the future, not the future, but this moment, who have the technology, AI, or cybersecurity,
Who can fight, yeah. I mean, China does it too, right? During Independence Day, you parade the tanks and the military, right?
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
The AI
Parade.
Great.
You know the tanks, the missiles and all that, right? Parade, national parade. Parade is
things, internet, things.
marching.
marching.
And you have the tanks and marching.
2万5千里长征 long march.
Oh no, long march. Independence Day, Guo Qingre.
国庆日的
1949.
So you have on the roads, right? And Xi Jinping will go and all this.
Not every year.
Not every year.
And not every year. The armies.
The
And the
armies.
weapons.
The
They
weapon.
show the weapons.
They show the weapons, right?
Yeah. This year we have the big ceremony. Yeah, not every year.
Oh, not every year.
Yeah.
Okay. So Malaysia does it every year.
Every year.
But it's a small army, not big
Also,
army.
we have like so huge.
In Kuala Lumpur, part of it, but most of it is cultural, you know, go and dance and all that, right? So
What Qatar say, what Jordan say.
When is the national day?
31st coming up, you all should go and see.
When?
31st August.
31st.
At the end
You
of this
already go
month.
back.
This month.
Yeah.
Oh,
You already
my
go
God.
back.
I have signed to work.
31st August.
What's the name in Malay?
The tanks, the armored car
No.
weapons.
At the end of the month,
31st August, Independence Day.
Independence. What name in Malay? Kaba.
Towards Merdeka.
Merdeka.
Merdeka means independence. But Malaysia have like two. We have the Merdeka Day and we have the Malaysia Day. Malaysia Day is on the 16th September.
September 16th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's a complex season. Malaysia is when Sabah and Sarawak joined Malaysia, and then becomes Malaysia. Before it was Malaya or something like that. We get our independence, and then later on formation of Malaysia.
Coming back.
Yeah,
Singapore a part of Malaysia before.
was part of Malaysia, didn't even have part,
Yeah.
separated. Yeah, they did.
When does it belongs to Malaysia? When? What's the year?
All this while it's part of Malaysia, so we got independence together with Singapore, right? Singapore was part of Malaysia, and I think 1963 Singapore separated. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
They are celebrating. They are celebrating about the 60 years this year.
This year, yeah. Their celebrations just recently.
Yeah. Now
Just
it's on the process of.
1963年到现在。
But it's a pity that the Lee Kuan Yew has already passed away.
Yeah. But their independence is more than 1963 because they got independence together with Malaysia, right? From the British, right? But then they separated 1963, if I remember, separated from Malaysia. Independence is before that. 50s, same in Malaysia, 1957. So.
Can I say that is one country, two policy for the two?
No, it's two countries.
Two countries.
Two countries separate. No, one policy, two policies, two countries, separate countries. Yeah. So it's a happy divorce basically. You can call it happy divorce, because Singapore is happy to separate from Malaysia.
No.
Malaysia was happy for
at the ceremony, the Independent Day, Lee Kuan Yew cried.
Oh really?
Did you see the video in their museum? I go to the Singapore.
Don't trust politicians.
Okay.
There are a lot of Malaysians who don't like it, including me, including our people do not like the separation. We feel that, like China lose Taiwan, something like that, right? You do not like something like that, right? So Malaysia doesn't like it too. A lot of people still do not like it.
Okay.
But then they come to accept it.
You accept, we do not accept.
Yeah, we accept. Malaysia is tend to, okay lah, cincai lah.
Okay lah.
We accept it. Eventually we accept it. So that's the why am I talking about this now? The whole strategy of data. So you want to parade the data. You want to show your data. So I'm noting here, right? Okay. In your methodology, aside from now, you're bringing the discussion on the predictive and the forecasting analysis, right? Did you also discuss what kind of statistical analysis you're using?
Yeah.
You did, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, in the methodology chapter, right? Okay. And actually you're using simple statistical analysis, you're actually using like frequency, you don't use correlation, you don't use all that, right? Right? So you're just showing the map of basic frequency and percentages, right? You don't use any connection between independent and dependent variable. There's nothing like that, right?
No.
Nothing. Okay. So you want to note that basically you're using percentages, frequency tabulation, which is in your note in your methodology. Okay. So Samuel, going back to boosting your data, right? And I was talking to you about this yesterday too, right? Like the voting with the voting patterns. You put one page. In your thesis, right? You okay. In the books, in your thesis, you have the graphs.
Yeah.
Show me the graph. Okay.
No, the graph. This is not this is the graph.
The graphs. Okay. All right. In your graph, this is the voting patterns, right?
Yeah.
Put in the numbers in the graph. Like how many,
inside, like, okay,
how many voting decisions have you analyzed?
unmatched or opposite, or like this here.
Like this here?
Yeah.
But see, let's think about how many. So here, go back to that one, go back to that graph. Okay, so here there's no number, right? There's no number here. Total number of voting patterns that you analyzed.
Okay, but if we
Just
can
put it somewhere here. Total number of voting patterns analyzed. Put number there. To show that you have analyzed like hundreds of voting behaviors, you know what I'm saying?
okay, but now I write that, but in the chart?
In the chart too.
In the chart.
Because they might forget, put in the chart,
Okay.
right? So you want to always display the amount of data that you have carried out and magnify it as possible. But don't tell lies.
Wait, you mean put the number here? For example, this one, if we can read it.
Yeah.
9.
This is 9, understand?
If here, same, but, or you mean the total?
Total, yeah.
Total, sure.
Put number, the number of voting behaviors, voting patterns.
1,007.
1,000, something like that, yeah. So, in your presentation later, you say, I've analyzed 1,000 voting patterns, right? And this is the outcome, right? So you want to show your guns, your missiles, your bazookas, your M16s, you know?
Same, this,
You put that.
this one.
Yes, yes.
Okay, put inside chart.
Put also, yeah. Yeah. Total number of decisions analyzed. Put in the word analyzed. You want to say that you have done the work, right? Right, okay. The other point I'd like you to note also is this. Other people, have you seen any literature that do this kind of analysis? Voting patterns analysis?
No, but some people, some research use, for example, the democratic voting patterns between, for example, Jordan, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. If there's none, no one has done it before.
No, I think they are.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Okay. Okay. If there's none out there that's done comparative
Between China and MENA, no. But the voting patterns in general, no. There are
Yes.
so much research.
So you do that. That will be your empirical contribution. Yeah. That's your empirical contribution. Remember, there's theoretical contribution. There's also empirical contribution, which is this one.
Yeah.
Right. So that's an important part to highlight, right? Part of your contribution, because this is a lot of work. You have done a lot of work with this one, right? So you have, in fact, Samir, I'm thinking that if you could do, what is it called? Okay. If you could do this. But this is another problem. We have the whole problem theory, which is the, okay, thank you. Yeah, after this I will talk about the website and all that. Sure. But this one involves some work, right? You can come up with an indicator or index of voting BRI of we can think of some voting alignment. Here, alignment. Indicator or index of voting alignment. How aligned is the voting behavior to China's voting behavior? Yeah. Index of the world countries Sino, what, Sino China, right? Sino, world country voting or something. Sino Arab, Sino Saudi voting behavior. Alignment. So index of Sino Saudi voting alignment. How aligned is Saudi Arabia to? So, but this one must be indicator though. It must be like 0.7 or 0.6.
Yeah, no, I know what, I think 7-0.
7-0.
Yeah.
So usually if it's indexed, it must be, you know, the biggest is 1, right? It's 0 to 1. It should be like that. But you can come up with your own measurement, right? Which is your, an empirical contribution as well. Sino Saudi, or then you have the Sino Egypt, then Sino Jordan, voting alignment. Or you just call it indicator of voting alignment, right? So this is something you come up with, right? Indicator or index, choose one word. Either you want to use indicator. Remember, index must be ratio. Ratio, there are 4 types of data, right? 4 types of data.
Okay, fine.
Right? Nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio. You all remember this? 4 types of data. Nominal is black and white.
Okay.
Black and white. The data is black. It's black. There's nothing to compare except for the name, right? Ordinal is how black is it? Very black. You know. Interval is about the percentage of the black, right? Ratio is exact number. So ratio you can use statistical regression, multivariate analysis. That's ratio. You must be able. It's quantitative completely. This one is just qualitative, you know. So 4 types of data. I mean, you guys, this is research methodology. You all studying masters and PhD. You need to know the 4 types of data, right? 4 data types. Nominal, ordinal. Ordinal is where you can rank. Right? Interval is can divide in terms of numbers, but you cannot do ratio analysis. Ratio analysis is exact number. So if you do regression analysis, correlation, it must be ratio data. If it's not ratio data, you cannot do correlation analysis, right? So if index, it must be ratio data, right? If less than ratio data, you use the word indicator.
I make it, but I don't know if this name rational data.
Okay.
I make it, but I don't know.
Okay. But these numbers, percentages is ratio because it's exact number. You get 0.730, right? For interval, cannot. Interval is like strongly agree, strongly like that, or not. The size, the grouping of size. People of 7 to 11, 12 to 20, that's interval, right? Ordinal is old, young, teenager, or something like that. You can order it, but there's no numbers, right?
Not
Nominal is just name.
To be sure, same this one. So,
Well, surpassing 70%. So percent is can be ratio, yes. Percentages is ratio.
Actually, I make it, but I don't know.
Must know, you guys are PhD and masters. You must know. Then this is quantitative research methodology, and data tax is one of the very basic kind of thing. I can forget it because I don't do PhD. You guys must know the 4 data types, right?
What?
You must know, guys.
That's simple.
Huh? You must know this data types. Right. So, Samir, if you can put this one into your analysis, it'd be great.
I put it already. I show you.
He come up with a term, indicator of voting alignment. You know what I'm saying? So now you have a measurement that you created, Samuel. It's a new measurement, it's a new indicator or index. The voting alignment index, you know, you call it something like that. Voting alignment index or voting alignment indicator. So you come up with something like this, which can be your empirical, in fact, conceptual contribution.
New indicator.
Yes, voting alignment indicator or voting alignment index, right? VAI, something like that. So this one you can even publish an article out of it too. Voting alignment indicator or voting alignment index. And you have like what, 3,000 data, right? From 3 countries, right?
Yeah.
This is only Saudi.
Yeah, just
Okay. They have another 1,000 there.
to explain, Doctor.
Yes.
Okay, this is the decision.
Yes.
Okay, when you open it, you can find all country in the world.
All countries in the
Who
world.
make yes, who say no, who absent, who. Okay, I will search. Okay, China say no.
China say no. Yes.
I write no. Jordan say yes. For this decision.
For that decision. Yeah.
Okay. KSA yes. Egypt yes. Then I will know how many yes. Not how many yes. Okay. China, Jordan. That's mean no yes. This
Zero.
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 Okay.
Yes.
For example, yes. Okay. This one.
One.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another.
Yes.
Like
it, So it's a.
If say no, that's mean okay.
It's good. Yeah.
I count it.
That's one.
Yeah.
Right. So perfect alignment.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So zero is zero. So there's a percentages. So you.
Okay, but sometimes China say yes, Jordan say yes, KSA and Egypt say no.
Oh no.
That's mean in Jordan they are voting patterns between
Yes.
China and Jordan, but between China and KSA and Egypt, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So. If you take the whole, if the composite voting alignment index, composite meaning MENA as composite,
Yeah.
right? Because 3 countries. But if you're taking one country alone, you can say, individual country, right? So the voting alignment index is actually a particular country, but composite is one all 3, right? Then, but your findings show that it's a mixed thing, right? It's mixed, right? The outcome is kind of mixed. There's a difference between Jordan and Saudi or something like that, right? So this is good data.
And the result different between Jordan and China and Egypt and Saudi Arabia.
They're different, yeah.
They are different.
Yeah. So that is actually a good. So the voting alignment index is different for Egypt, it's different for Jordan, it's different for Saudi. So we can see.
But I think, Prof, this one needs so much work. We should be change all count. Should be count another all.
Oh, for because one country, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I need to take it one by
Just
one.
do the composite then. Just do the composite. All 3. You do all 3 countries, right?
Yeah.
And so you just do composite voting alignment index because all 3, right?
Yeah.
But come up with that term because it's an important contribution you're making. Yeah. And it brings up your data analysis. So the data and data analysis is your strength, right? Bring it up. Yeah. I think you need 1 more paragraph, 2 more paragraph for each of these. I think to have the VOI, right? Okay. Who else is doing quantitative? What else? No. Okay. Hannah, you're doing completely qualitative too, right? Okay. I think you have a survey or something like that. So no, Chimi also doing alignment. You're also doing adaptive. Yeah, I don't know, no, Lanbin, we'll see Lanbin later on. Lanbin might do quantitative there.
I've been working day and night.
Day and night,
day
good,
and night.
Lanbin, yeah, I'm waiting for the,
Sentence by sentence.
good. Right.
Reading English every day.
Excellent.
Every day.
Excellent. Bahasa you can use cinta.
Cinta. Bahasa
Language you can use cinta.
language.
So abstract notion you can use cinta.
Yesterday I asked him that you disappear for a long time. What I doing during? Yeah, I just stay at home learning English and revising my slides every day.
Good. Okay. All right, Samir. That's all I have. That's I think that you so far you have about 400 to 500 pages. I can see now, right? So with this one, you want to parade, you want to showcase your missiles and your bazookas, and just like North Korea, they show their big missile. North Korea have parade their nuclear capability.
Iron.
So follow what US President, which US President says as one of the one they love very much. The one who says this: carry a big stick but speak softly. Carry a big stick, right? But speak softly. Yeah, right.
The heart, so. The heart.
Yeah, that is a president, but he's the president that used nuclear bomb. That's the president. Which president is that? President. He's the one that used nuclear bomb. So he says, carry a big stick, but speak softly. So it's like your Habib, the one from Dagestan, right? He's humble but strong, right? That's what I want to do. You're strong but speak humbly. So people respect. Right.
Respect too.
People respect. Yeah, actually, he's very, very good, very strong. But he talk very gentle, very humble. That's good.
Just like Summer, looks very strong.
He's not very strong. My son, first time Sharia, he described you. Where did you meet this mafia?
Mafia.
My son, it's mafia. Sharia, where did you meet this mafia? You look like a mafia.
Look, compare with these two teenagers.
Yeah, my son, he was the first impression of you. Mafia, it's a mafia guy. And you were wearing your suit, your jacket too.
Oh wait, please start.
So it's like your mafia. Okay, that's. You have any questions to ask me, or Dia? You have any questions?
No, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, you're ready. There'll be points raised, but again for research progress and all that. Any inputs you take it to improve your work, your research.
Yeah.
Will be valuable, right? And the evaluators, people who are expert in productive as well as institutional theory. So it's good for you. So we take people who are relevant for you. Okay, Samir, you okay now with that? So the whole idea now is to make the fort strong, make the wall strong, to showcase your data. Because you work hard, you have data, you want to show that. So in some ways I feel that you can show more. That's my feel. But your thesis. But you already have like 500 pages there.
500.
But that's like
No,
back and front.
More.
Because that's 2 pages. Back and front. So when he print it out, the actual one will be like thicker, which is great.
And you need to add the
You need to
appendix
add
voting patterns. Where I put it?
In your data analysis, in your findings, in chapter 4, right?
Okay, this one I can put 4.
Yes.
Same picture and same paper.
Yeah. You could put in your text.
Yeah.
That's in the back appendix, right?
Yeah.
Put in the
Appendix.
text. Yeah. Show your tanks, show your missiles, show your nuclear power.
That will be very.
And then you speak softly. Yeah, that's how it is.
Mafi.
Harry Truman, that's his name, President Harry Truman. But he's the one who said, Harry Truman.
Which country?
Yeah?
Which country?
US, no other country used nuclear bomb before except for US.
Of course, yes.
He's the one who, Harry Truman. Carry a big stick but speak softly. So it's like, but also like Sun Tzu follows that principle too, right? You want the best general is the general who wins the war without fighting in first battle. Right? So people are scared, they do not fight you. I think China follows that principle.
President Xi, his speech is very gentle. Yeah, every time.
Very gentle.
Public
Is very gentle, right?
Actually powerful.
Very powerful.
I think. Yeah.
Whether you agree or disagree is another issue, but China tend to follow that principle. Strong but speak gently, softly. America, no. Especially Donald Trump. He would say this, and then this little Israel country can do this. He doesn't follow his advice.
A new policy is a new Twitter.
New Twitter, yeah. He changes.
It changes so quickly.
Okay, Samir, congratulations. You reached this stage. I'm happy that you have a lot of data and you want to bring it up to say that. See, the whole idea is three things. One is that the examiners will say, this guy has a lot of data, he has done his work, okay. The other one is, give them stuff to cut. Right? The attack strategy is to cut, right? It's too much here, this is too thick, remove this and remove that. That's a good thing. They have caught the bait, That's a good fighting strategy.
Add better than cuts.
The cut is fine.
Add better than cuts.
They say cut this one, cut that, right? And finally they say because you have a lot of data, you can have a lot of analysis. The analysis is actually it shows your scholarly work. So anyways, do that. And many examiners, when I hear that, people think that we have thick thesis, we look for thick thesis, but they all are believers in data. So give them what they want. Alhamdulillah, all so far so good. Okay, Samir, you don't have any questions, so we call it. It is 12:30 right now.
Okay, I want to ask about the presentation for Viva.
Okay, you're not there yet.
Contain what?
What's that?
Presentation for Viva.
Yes.
Contain what?
Oh, what does it have? Okay. You have 6 or 7 slides that's important. You need to have definitely the title slide, the title, make sure the title have the right name, have the right name for me too, right? And the right title for me too. Don't give the wrong title for me. Usually I don't bother about that, but then hold on. Usually I don't really care, but then it's important because it becomes official, right? Let me type this one. Let me also type so that you can all know that. Okay, so where's our supervision? It's easier to type here than to type here. So these are things you need to have. You need to have the title, This is for Viva, right? You need to have a title, you need to have an intro. You can combine the intro and background, you know. Problem statement is a must. Research question and research objective you can combine. And then methodology, findings. So findings, you can have 1 or 2 or 3 slides, and then make sure you have theoretical contribution, right? Findings and analysis. Yeah, there. Oh, no, it's not here. It's in your WhatsApp. In your WhatsApp. Yeah, so not too many slides because you're not given a lot of time. But emphasize this. It's in your. So emphasize on the findings and theoretical contribution.
Okay, how I can put the chart? That's mean I can't put any chart.
For Viva.
Yeah, title, introduction, background, problem statement, research question, research objective.
You can, after thank you can have a lot more after that.
Finding, analysis.
Yeah, for Viva we'll have a separate group supervision summit so that it's much more focused on your Viva presentation. Right? But generally you can see that. So if you want to emphasize more on the findings analysis, at least have 1, 2, 3 slides together with theoretical contribution. I already sent to the WhatsApp now. Right? Okay, all right. We will